Geeks, welcome back to the Geeksider Show. I'm Josh.
I'm Hannah.
I'm
And in this video we're going to be talking about the Season 1 finale of Exandria Unlimited. And of course, spoilers, if you haven't seen this episode yet, skip this video, come back later. So this first arc was really kind of Opal's arc.
Yeah.
And it didn't start that way. It felt more like Orum's arc.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure
and,
did.
and I don't know if Abria kind of planned it that way. It feels like maybe she did.
Yeah, kind of. And like I get that because Liam's on the show all the time. You know, let's give one of the non-normal cast a chance to have an arc play out. But yeah.
Now that's not to say that Opal's arc is completed, because I still think there's a lot of mystery surrounding Ted.
Yeah, I do think there's still more to her arc as well. But it's the whole season did feel very much about Opal and stuff going on with her, and that's totally okay because Opal is amazing.
In that climactic battle, first of all, last week's battle map was awesome. This week's battle map
Somehow topped it?
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so cool. It was like this earthen version of Ted bursting out of the ground, and it was terrifying and amazing. I don't know, do you think Abria sculpts her own terrain? It seems like she might.
She might. If not, she's got some connections, because, wow.
It's not Dwarven forms. It's nothing that they make.
No, that is... And the hand to me definitely looked a lot like Abria's hand, so I think like it might be from a sculpt of her hand or something. I could be wrong, but
do you think she like made a mold of her hand or something?
Yeah. Like I don't know if she's the one who did all that or if somebody helped her with it, but like it looked like her hand. I don't know.
D&D people tend to be creative people.
Yeah, like Dungeon Masters are usually really creative and are constantly sculpting shit. It would not surprise me if she's the one who made it.
Yeah, I didn't used to be creative, and then I started DMing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he has more creative junk than I do.
Yeah. And I'm all the time sculpting terrain and painting terrain and printing terrain. I didn't used to be into any of that stuff. So, and I do want to call out one specific moment from this episode session, whatever you want to call it, because I was really kind of taken aback by it. Because apparently the big bad for this first arc has legendary actions, which didn't happen throughout the entire fight, and then near the end it did, and she knocked Dariax unconscious.
Yeah. And like, we missed it, but like...
Well, she said it really quietly.
But yeah, and like, our son was in bed, we had the sound down, we were watching on Twitch, so there was no live captioning. So yeah, we totally missed it and deliberately went back to watch it. We're like, that just doesn't seem right. Like, why would she take a turn out of turn? But no, it was a legendary action. And
Abria didn't say it very loudly, so I mean, I'm sure a bunch of people missed it. We don't generally watch the chat while we're watching, because we watch it on our TV screen and through our PS4, and you can watch the chat, but I just find the chat distracting, so we don't watch the chat.
Yeah, no, I never pay attention to the chat.
Yeah, in the moment I thought, okay, did this person just get 2 turns just so Abria could knock Matt's character unconscious? And then she made a joke at the end, like, I really wanted to kill one of the player characters, which I'm sure is a joke.
Yes.
No halfway decent DM approaches a game like, oh, I really want to kill one of my players' characters.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that was a joke on her part. But in that moment, I was like, did she do that just to knock Matt's character unconscious? That's a little bit of a dick move.
Yeah. But, you know, a rewatch later, and no, it was just a legendary action.
And that, so I was wondering, okay, so that was the only legendary action for that whole fight. I'm like, well, maybe she only had melee legendary actions, and that was her first opportunity to do one, because everything was kind of ranged until then.
Or...
She could have forgotten about the legendary reactions.
She could have forgot about the legendary actions. I know when I DM'd, I totally forgot about my legendary actions. I think I used it once.
All the time.
Yep, yeah. Or the battle could have been unbalanced, so she didn't use them in order to balance it out a little bit. Like, there's a lot of reasons why she might have only used the one.
And these, one thing that Abria did, she did a lot of stuff that I liked in this arc. But one thing that she did that I want to take on as a DM for our next campaign is she gave these level 3 characters epic battles.
Yes.
And that's something that
That's hard to do.
a lot of DMs don't do.
I really loved how during this battle, like, if they rolled high enough on, I think it was a wisdom saving throw, they got like these extra things like Dariax with his wings, Dorian able to affect
his weight,
his gravity, and you know, and the rewinding time, like that was amazing. Like that was a great way, and like you could easily say, oh, it was the magic of this little rift thing by the cube that gave them that, and so that they don't get it going forward, but it gives them an epic battle.
And Dariax did end up losing his wings.
Yes,
They got destroyed.
yeah, they got dispelled.
So I'm like, man, he's level 3? Is he gonna keep these, you know, legendary wings that she just they're gone.
Yeah.
They got a simple dispel magic and poof.
Yeah.
This was a really interesting, different take on the world of Exandria, coming from a different DM who has a very different style from Matt Mercer. And I understand that people was like, kind of not my cup of tea, but she did a lot of really, really cool stuff.
Yeah. And I get it might not be everybody's cup of tea. They are chaos incarnate. Like it was wild. But yeah, like, and I'm really, really happy that how this ended, it's not over. I was afraid we'd get 8 episodes and that's it, and there's no way to wrap up some sort of mini campaign in 8 episodes. And like the further it got towards the end, I'm like, they can't finish this. There's no way to finish this. But the way it ended is, this isn't finished. It's gonna keep going.
Abria's DM style really did kind of fit the kind of overall vibe of this campaign. And yeah, the DM kind of does set the tone, but I think with those players and those characters, her the tone she set fit them perfectly.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, I think that's all we have for this video. If there's anything we should have talked about that we didn't, let us know in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please let us know by dropping a like on it and subscribe if you haven't already.
And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!
Bye!